Brought to you by Weber Naturals Dietary Supplements. Natural products, pharmaceutical standards.
20 minutes after 7 on a Monday morning. Special guest in this morning, Dr. Peter Niemann, a pediatrician from Calgary who's traveling across the country trying to help frustrated parents get their kids to eat better. And I'm sure as a pediatrician, you've certainly heard this complaint from moms especially.
Yes, very much so. You know, I'm just thinking back to my office. I've been privileged to do this job 25 years. And I'm sitting in my office, and there's a mom coming in, and she says, I'm so frustrated because what we're talking about this morning is diets of toddlers. And, you know, toddlers, I have 4 children, too. They could be so tricky. You know, I say the T in toddler stands for tricky. It's tricky to feed them. It's tricky.
Well, what do you do as far as getting toddlers to eat more vegetables or eat more healthy? Because, you know, Lynn mentioned earlier that, you know, she never ate vegetables growing up. She didn't like them, and our Caitlin Herbst doesn't like them either. Yes. So how do you sort of get that plan where you try to get it into their system without them either knowing it or whatever?
Exactly. Well, here's the deal. In fact, there was a survey by Leger not so long ago that shows us that 6 out of 10 moms actually admit that they use tricks, whatever it may be, you know, hiding it, camouflaging it, and yet after trying over and over and over, there's still at the end of the day a gap. And that gap is the difference between reality and what's actually happening. So it's very difficult. I say to parents, do your best, but there comes a point where you're going to strike out and you're just not going to hit that bullseye in terms of getting the full nutritional intake every day. Especially with fruits and vegetables, that's the top concern. By the way, this Leger poll showed that's the top #1 thing they worry about. You're absolutely right. Fruit and vegetables, very, very important.
Well, is it about tricking the kids into presenting the food in a manner that makes it a little more appetizing? I mean, because as a kid, I can remember I had to sit at the dinner table until I finished everything on my plate, which never happened, by the way. So I sat there for hours looking at cold vegetables and, you know, I ended up eating very few of them anyway. That's Steve as a kid, trying to get him to eat corn.
Yes, indeed. I mean, it's a tough one, you know, but I think at the end of the day, here's the problem. There's a gap. People are not getting enough, and they're struggling, and we all have stories like the one that you just told, which makes sense to me. But then, you know, it's time to talk about the solution, because here we have a problem, and it's frustrating, and it's a very important time, too, of kids' development, those toddler years. And the solution is one can use what I call a complement or a supplement in whatever form it comes, just to make it convenient, consistent, wherever you travel. One such product is Infogrow, and if people want more information, there's actually a website. I know at time's limited, so I always like to leave people with the website. It's www.infogrow.ca. Good source for nutrition overall. And it's basically, it's something that is fed to the children, 1 serving. Only 1 serving a day, because we don't want obesity. And it gives them vitamins, minerals, iron, calcium, and also the omega-3s, the DHA, the healthy fats for the brain development. So it's a full complement in addition to what parents already are doing.
If kids like carrots, let's say, or they like corn, is it okay to have carrots 4 or 5 days a week? I mean, is that, if they like carrots, is that acceptable?
Yeah, I think so. You know, the worst thing, of course, that can happen if you feed your kid too much carrots is the child becomes yellow, and we call that carotenemia. And if you're not experienced, you may think the kid's jaundiced, but that's about the worst thing that can happen with carrots. Also, you'll see very well at night with carrots.
All right. Thanks to you, Dr. Niemann, for coming in, and well, good luck. I know you're traveling across the country helping parents.
Well, it's been fun being in this beautiful city of yours. What a wonderful place. Well, thanks for having me.
I wish we could have arranged some sunshine for you. Mark, can we help that in any way? Or?
Well, yes, we can. How long are you in town?
Just I have to leave. You know, I was here Saturday and it was sunny. It's a beautiful place.
That's it. That's all you get.
That's the end of it.
That's it. It's beautiful when it's sunny.
Well, if you could stick around this week, we'd show you a lot more sunshine. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and I think part of Thursday, if not the entire day, Thursday should be sunny. But it is a wet morning here in Metro Vancouver. The rain continues to fall as expected. This is our wettest stretch between now and, say, the middle of the afternoon. And then the rain will be gone, at least in Vancouver. It may hang on longer in the valley. But Vancouver will see much drier air by dinner time. And tonight it'll clear out entirely and get